So the overall, 35,000 feet view is also, and the finance minister in the recent tabling of the budget announced that the debt level, the overall debt level of the state is over 10 lakh crores. Now the political opposition in the state has said that when they demitted office 5 years ago, it was 5.5 lakh crores. So it has doubled in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think, as I've said many times, you have to look at debt and then you have to look at interest. The way you look at debt is percentage of GSDP or GDP if you're a country, right? Because as you know, the physical stock of debt will always keep increasing everywhere in the world. There was one exception when I was in the US when Bill Clinton actually started paying down US debt. But with that rare exception in the last 50 years, all countries, all states, the total stock of debt keeps increasing. Why does it keep increasing? Because the macroeconomic equation is that as wealth is created and as individual savings go up, the only balancing factor in macroeconomics is the borrowings of governments and companies. So the total stock, as the total wealth of the world increases, the total stock of debt and corporate and government debt will increase. Question is, how fast is it increasing and what is it costing you? So again, if the measure is debt to GDP, actually we are no worse off than the debt to GDP that was handed to us when we took office in 2021. And the real decay in the debt to GDP ratio came between 2014 and 2021. Those were the 7 really bad years for us. I'll give you some statistics in a minute. The second question is, what is the implication for interest payment? As the debt goes up, the interest payment goes up. The way the interest payment goes up is actually more problematic for you. Because the debt, as I say, it is never going to get repaid, right? It is an increasing stock. So the ratio bothers you. You don't want it to be too leveraged because you have secondary, tertiary problems. But the interest bothers you a lot more because your revenues, you have to pay interest first before you do anything else, including salary. Now I'll tell you the good news, the bad news. The great news for Tamil Nadu, ever since the signing of the FRA Act, the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2003, all the way to 2014, Tamil Nadu's financial metrics improved dramatically. The debt to GDP, GSDP, which was 28 or 27%, dropped to 16. The interest to revenue, which is a greater concern to me, how much of my revenue am I forced to pay in interest payments, therefore I don't have it to do public distribution or school education. The interest revenue dropped from 22% down to 11%. That was a staggering period of improvement across both parties. 2-3 years, Madam Jayalalitha, 5 years, Thalaivar Kalaignar, then 2-3 years her. The minute she went to jail for the first time in 2014, Tamil Nadu's fortunes reversed. From 2014 till we took office in 21, the interest as a percentage of revenue rose again all the way from 11% to almost 20% because of ever-increasing revenue deficits. The debt to GDP rose again from 16% all the way to about 24%, and then the COVID year it went up to 27%. We have not made it worse than that. That is, in the 5 years that we have been there, in some years we were better, I have the stats, in some years we were worse, but we have not made it much worse than what we inherited in either of these two primary metrics, debt to GDP or interest to revenue. Now the question is, what have we achieved while not reducing that? And that's the trade-off I made earlier. I said, if you tell me that the cost of improving that, let's compare it to Gujarat, for example, because Gujarat have much better fiscal metrics than us. If you tell me that the cost of improving my fiscal metrics is that I must have the social outcomes of Gujarat, much lower graduation rates from school, much less access to health, much greater multidimensional poverty, then I say, it's okay, I'll take the debt. Because for me, the job of government, number one, is to improve the lives of citizens. If I